Hello everybody, Edison T. Crux here again, and I wanted to give everyone a little bit of an update in regards to some of the things I'm planning on. The biggest one being Pokemon FireRed Nuzlocke. Now, I know we all miss that series, I miss it a ton, and I've been racking my brain and getting input from people on ways that I'll be able to bring it back, because the problem is, the conundrum I got in was, I don't really have access to the DS capture device that I used to use for it. I have a 3DS capture device that covers most of my gaming needs, however, it does not cover Game Boy Advance games like that. I do still have the game itself. The problem is I don't have anything to record it with yet. So that left me in an interesting situation. And I would get a DS capture of my own, except for the fact it's like $100, and I would literally have almost no need for it. There's not really a lot I would need that for that my 3DS capture wouldn't cover. So, didn't really seem worth it to do. And it was kind of a standstill, but some people pointed out a brilliant solution. And that is get a Gamecube with the Game Boy Player attachment, right? You all remember that back with the Gamecube? You could play your Game Boy Advance games on that. Then all I'd need is a standard TV capture device that you do for any console game, which I plan on getting anyway. And I should be able to continue the series that way. So that is a much more worthwhile objective to aim for, because then, even though it might still end up costing around the same amount of money for everything said and done, then I would have a Gamecube that I could then stream or play Gamecube games on, which is much more useful to me, and because that's a great system. There's a lot of cool stuff on that, right? So that is now my new objective that I am trying to get, is a Gamecube with a Game Boy Player attachment, and I've actually already got a, hopefully it works out well, a video capture device on the way. So this is great news for the future of the FireRed Nuzlocke. It means when I accomplish this, we can start that series up again, and it will be awesome. The only problem is at the moment simply either funding or getting my hands on those things, because I at the moment don't have a GameCube or a Game Boy Player. But I will be using that as a new fundraising goal for funds through Patreon. So, for any of you who do not know what Patreon is a place that viewers like you who enjoy the work of creators like me are able to contribute a certain amount of money of your choosing to help fund the creation of these awesome videos. In the case of me, you can pledge any amount of money that you're able to or comfortable with, and it helps me do things like this. It helps me get equipment and get access to better and better stuff so that everyone can benefit. It's not necessary, it's not required. Even if you can't spend a dime, you can still enjoy these videos, but if you are able to, it's kind of like leaving a tip for good service if you go out like to eat or something. And it's really, really nice to do. I have a wonderful group of patrons already, and to all of you who are watching, thank you again. You really help me do better and better videos for everyone. And if you are not a patron and you think you might be able to spare even $1 a month, then this at the moment is what that money is mostly going to be going towards, is trying to get the equipment, most likely a GameCube and a Game Boy Player, so that I can bring back FireRed. That is the main thing I'm fundraising for at the moment, but even when I'm not fundraising for something, it just helps me do this more professionally. So it's always, always welcome. But if you really want to see FireRed come back, then now's a really good time to get on the bandwagon. If you really just are not in a position that you can spare $1 or more or anything a month, that's okay too. There are plenty of ways you can still help. The biggest ones being liking the videos you see. If you watch a video of mine, just hit that like button. That helps a lot. Leaving comments on the videos that you watch, that you enjoy, that also really does help. It tells YouTube that people are interacting with what I do, and that really is a big, big help. And the number one thing that you can do if you want to help, but you really can't afford to do it with money is share my videos. I know you people, a lot of you have got friends and family, you've got Facebook probably, you've got Twitter, maybe you're one of those like 10 people who uses Google+. Whatever it is that you connect with your friends, share these videos. Help bring more people to see what I do, and that is a tremendous help that you can do that doesn't cost a dime. Or, another way you can help is if you just so happen to have a GameCube with a Game Boy Player that maybe you have sitting around that you don't use at all, and you would be willing to part with it for a short time. Well, maybe not a short time, for maybe like, say, a month to 2 months, and then it would be returned to you afterwards, then that would be an incredible support. I don't really expect anyone to do that, but since it is an older system, and I know a lot of people have stuff like that sitting around that maybe they don't really have a need for, and I would happily credit you in the future FireRed videos if you were willing to do that. And I would take care of the cost of shipping to and from. It wouldn't have any cost to you. You'd just be out your system for a little while until FireRed is finished up. So I don't expect that of anybody, but that is also one other option if you happen to have that sitting around. So that's just a quick update as to what I'm aiming towards doing and what you can do, no matter what your situation, what you can do to help get there. So thank you all for listening, and I really look forward to bringing this to you in the near future. So until then, catch you later, everybody.